I can't help you with that from here. Milk, milk, milk. What even? God! What even, dude? Oh my God! All right, guys, so I just landed in Denver and I'm coming out of the airport and I see this guy with this weird sign. I'm not really sure what's going on here, but he wants to find snakes, so we're gonna go try to find some snakes. All right, guys, well, anyways, we're in the Denver area, walking around out here, gonna flip a lot of rocks today. The target is milk snakes. In this particular area, that is a pretty good find, wouldn't you say, Graham?
Yeah, they're real common, but
hard,
so
just kind of hard to find.
Yeah, exactly.
So anyways, we're gonna be flipping. I'm gonna run the GoPro. Hopefully we'll get some good stuff. Oh, Tantilla.
Really?
Yeah, it's beautiful too, dude. It's like bright red. All right, guys, here's a look at my first Colorado snake. This is a ridiculously colored Tantilla nigroceps. The Plains black-headed snake, is that the common name? The Plains black-headed snake. This is a species we see pretty often in West Texas, but it's cool to find them in habitat like this. Normally I see them flying across the road at night. And this thing is exceptional, way nicer than anyone I've ever seen previously. So we're gonna get some quick photos of this guy and put him back under his rock. All right, this guy is kind of sitting still. Not a very good pose, but we're trying to get him to sit for it. Oh, not bad. Either way, really cool first snake of the day. We're gonna get a couple shots and then we're gonna put him back under his rock. All right, guys, Graham has our next snake of the day, only a few minutes after the first. Whoa.
Dude, isn't he cool?
He is handsome, dude.
I've never...
Man, this is a really good looking little snake. Really beautiful. A lot more variability and just all around. I think they're just a lot more interesting out here than the racers we have at home, just because they're a little bit more colorful and definitely a lot more variable because they're not all just black. And granted, this is a baby. They turn a cool olive color when they're fully grown. Hopefully we'll see an adult today too, but really nice.
Me.
Graham just double flipped Tantilla. This is his second and third you flipped. Never mind, Carson flipped one. And then Graham flipped two and I flipped one. Tons of these guys out here. But these are about the only thing we've seen aside from that one racer, so it's getting a little bit frustrating.
5.
All right, guys, I just big rock flips Tantilla number 5. I'm not running the GoPro anymore because I don't want to waste any more batteries here. This one's big though.
Yes.
Pretty cool.
Dude, the heads on these are so cool when they get big like that.
Yeah, they start looking like cuculata almost.
Yeah.
I thought that worm was a blind snake, and then I remembered where I am. All right, guys, so we just flipped this giant piece of concrete, and underneath it,
Yes!
was that.
Yeah. Dude, look at the belly on that snake.
Whoa. I'm so pissed. I was not trying to record that on my GoPro, dude.
I was just standing here. Oh, that is...
All right, guys, well, the next piece of concrete over had a nice racer under it. And then, of course, we've got Carson here with the big boy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that is sick.
All right, guys. Well, after a day of flipping rocks, finding not much, we finally got into some good stuff here in this giant concrete pile. And my first Colorado milk snake in Steven's Lifer Western milk snake. Ow! This is a racer. And this guy right here is a wandering garter snake, which is not something we get to see very often on the channel, so. All right, guys, here's one more look at this racer and wandering garter before we let him go. We're probably gonna see quite a few more of both of these species throughout the trip. And this is the second racer of the day, so we're just gonna put him back and see what else we can turn on. All right, guys, here is another look at this incredible milk snake we just flipped. It's been a long time coming. Today has been pretty rough so far. Steven's here now. I don't know if I gave you guys a good look at him, his handsome face.
Even fans in you and Noah's channel are going nuts right now.
Yeah, more people like Steven than like me on my own channel.
People love Steven.
Anyways, yeah, my first Colorado Lampropeltis and my first Colorado milk snake, and it is a honker. And it's beautiful. And these guys are just...
This guy knows Noah's...
Alrighty, we are gonna put this beautiful snake back under her cover. I'm gonna run the GoPro for the rest of the day. I stopped running it because we just weren't finding anything, and of course, like the next spot we go to, one of the best things we flipped here, produces a milk snake. So all right guys, well, it was a lot of work, but hopefully this won't be the only milk snake we see this trip. We have a decent chance at another one today, so we're gonna go keep flipping, and I'm gonna strap up the GoPro and I'm gonna run it until I run out of battery. So I love this guy's face. That is so awesome. Garter snake. Little wandery boy. All right guys, well the day is kind of winding down, but I just flipped this nice little wandering garter snake under the only piece of decent tin we've seen today. This is a species, like I said before, that we don't get to see too often on the channel. So it's exciting to see for me, even though these guys are really common in this region. So we'll put him back under his tin and see if we can turn up anything else. This looks nice. Is this the one?
That has, I'm gonna say, 2 garters and a bull under it.
A bull?
Flip it.
Well, let's wait for Carson.
Hey, Walkie, run!
Walkie, run! All right, who's flipping it?
I will.
Long ways.
I'm saying I'm gonna change it from 2 garters and a bull to 2 garters.
Oh.
That's not nearly as exciting. There is a garter. That's cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
Handsome.
She's being good too.
Handsome big girl.
Just hold on to him here.
Okay. All right, we're gonna flip the rest of this concrete, I guess, and see how many snakes are in this vicinity. Nobody under that one.
That one's gonna be good.
I could have had a bull. Ooh, 2 garters.
Really? Oh, 2 of them?
Yeah, that one's pretty.
That little one?
Yeah.
I've found
cool.
this snake here before too.
You can tell the snake that looks like every other one of its species. Yeah, dude, it's unique.
I mean, that one is pretty big.
That's true.
We got 3 garters now. Another garter.
Another garter?
4 garters.
How many garters you
Can we get 5 garters? A lot. No.
A worm.
All right, guys, it is nighttime now. We're in Graham's neighborhood here with Graham and Steve. And Carson had to go home and get ready for our trip we're leaving for tomorrow. But we're gonna walk down to the salamander pools and see if there's anything out. All right,
That's
guys,
another
well,
good
it's
one.
not a salamander, but Graham just night flipped a wandering garter. That is the first one you've seen here, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of cool. A pretty urban area here. And we've got probably our last snake of the day, a nice little wandering garter. All right, guys, well, I just shined this behemoth wandering around in the reeds here. Anyways, nice adult male barred tiger salamander. Not the nicest looking one, but he's interesting in his own way. This is only, I think, the 2nd or 3rd I've ever even seen, so this is really awesome to get to see these guys in the wild here at this spot where Graham finds so many. Even if we are a little bit late to the party this year, they're not as active as they are earlier in the season. But either way, super stoked about this guy. That is so awesome. This is the largest terrestrial salamander in North America. Actually, I think they're a full species from Easterns now, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, these guys and Easterns, I'm not sure which subspecies holds the record, but...
Or no, they're subs.
Are they?
Yeah, because it's Tigrinum mavortium.
Yeah, you're right.
Our dicaps not bigger?
No.
No.
They're markedly small. Dude, one of the ones here is 14 inches long.
All right, well, we're going to put this guy back in his little pool here and let him continue with his night. But probably going to wrap it up with this guy. It doesn't seem like there's very many of them out tonight, but at least we got one. So really awesome. Barred tiger salamander. All right, buddy. Back to your pool. That's so funny, dude.
Dude, watching them swim is
They just swim around in this stuff. It's board time.
Board. I got wet feet now.
All right, guys, first board of the day. We're heading to Nebraska currently, but we saw this and couldn't resist stopping and checking it, so we're going up with it?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, as I was saying, the main reason for this trip is to look for the pale milk snake, which lives in the upper plains region of Colorado, Nebraska, Wyoming. But we're going to go straight to Nebraska and look for them there. Some of the best looking ones come from Nebraska, and there's a lot of habitat out there. So that's where we're going to start today. And if we see one, we see one. So I'm going to keep you guys posted off the GoPro running. and hopefully we will have luck with us today.
Hey guys, it's Carson.
Hey, you're doing a bad job on Herping.
All right, guys, well, we're almost in Nebraska, so we're gonna go find some snakes. All right, guys, this is it. The habitat of the pale milk snake here in Nebraska. And the main reason for our trip out here. So we're gonna get to flipping rocks and see what we can turn up. Oh.
Look at that one right there.
On the other side of the fence.
That one looks worth it.
Yeah. That one too.
Yeah.
That one as well.
Pale milk! Two!
Oh!
Double!
Woo!
Yeah!
Put the rest of the rocks right here.
All right, guys. Well, there we go. Double pale milk rock in the first 10 minutes of looking. That is insane.
That's vile.
What, the poopy? Oh, yeah.
Oh, jeez.
All right, we're going to flip the rest of the rocks here.
see that.
I can't help you with that from here. Milk, milk, milk. What even? What even, dude? I mean, we were literally here 10 minutes. 3 pale milks. Graham's got 2 big adults. And right here's the little juvenile. Well, the whole trip was worth it yesterday after finding my first Colorado milk, but finding 3 pale milks in the first 10 minutes of looking, not something I'm ever going to forget. That is insane. And we have all day ahead of us. I mean, it's first thing in the morning still. It was literally the first like good looking spot that we planned to hit today that we stopped at. And sure enough, what an incredible pair of snakes. Under the same rock. 2 males too, which is strange. Normally when you flip milks together, it's a pair. This is 2 boys. Kind of interesting. So this one is probably the most gentilis looking of the pale milks we found this morning. This snake could almost come from the Denver area of Colorado. But it is kind of a weird looking snake. It's just a little bit different from the ones you see in Colorado. And the other 2 are definitely a little bit more typical pale milk looking. We're going to be moving across this subspecies range over the next couple days, and hopefully these won't be the only ones we find. So we're going to put these guys back under their rocks and keep flipping. All right, guys, here's the smallest of the pale milks we flipped. This is definitely the most pale looking one. You can see there's hardly any black going down all the way on the sides there, which is one of the characteristics of pale milks. The reduced black on the sides. They're always going to have a little bit of black on top for the most part, but either way, super vibrant little snake, really adorable. Probably 2 years old. Not a fresh hatchling from last year, but from the year before, if I had to guess. Either way, really stunning little snake. I'm really glad we got into some of these guys early today. We're going to put them back under their rocks and head to our next spot and see what else we can turn up. All right, guys, it's time to put the boys back under their rock.
Oh, go under the rock. Come on.
There he goes. This one.
Gonna be good.
Oh! All right, guys. Well, there we go. Pale milk number 4 for the day. A little bit down the road from the first couple. This one, definitely one of the nicer ones yet, but they've all been nice. It's hard to complain about any of them. Ow! Okay. I don't like you anymore. Dude, she is chewing on me. Nebraska is underrated, as it would turn out. Beautiful scenery, even better snakes. That is awesome. This is definitely a more typical example of what we came here to see. Pale milk snakes. This thing has just super beautiful white, creamy yellow coloration on beautiful orange bands. They're super variable too, so you never really know what's going to turn up in this area or really anywhere in pale milk snake range. You can get anything from a typical looking gentilis to a snake that has almost no black between the bands. So we're kind of hoping for one of the more extreme looking ones, but I mean, this is a pretty good looking snake to say the least. They've all been fantastic in their own way, but I think this is definitely the nicest one yet in terms of pales. So we're going to let him go back under his rock and head on to our next spot. Alrighty, back to your rock, pretty lady. There you go. Alrighty, let's see what else we can get. Did this ever get flipped? Is this where you and Carson started?
No, we started over there.
So this is all virgin territory. Oh,
Yeah!
nice.
I didn't do it this time. We got one.
No way.
Yep,
Yeah, a good one too.
another baby.
It was like 10 feet from where we started.
All right, guys, next spot of the day has produced our 5th pale milk and possibly the palest looking one yet. This thing is incredible. That is just unbelievable. 5 pale milk snakes today. And this insane little juvenile is the 5th of the day. Alrighty, here's one more look at this beautiful little grumpy baby pale milk snake, number 5 for the day, before we put him back under his rock. Definitely the highest white milk of the day so far, which is really what we're looking to see. So really awesome. I think this might be my favorite one yet. So we're gonna put him back under his rock and head to our next spot. Actually, we're gonna go get lunch. We're all starving. Alrighty, let's put this guy back. This is a weird, thick rock, so you're gonna have to work his way through the grass. There you go. Boop. Boop. This is like...
Hang on. Oh, do it.
Tell me when you're ready.
Do it.
Okay.
Oh!
Wow. My God.
Look at those guys. Oh, man. Let's get these little scraps. Dude, this soil. That's the loamiest soil I've ever seen in my life. Oh, it's fresh. Hopefully these aren't fresh. I bet they are.
Yes.
I'm just gonna flip that one over.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
Yeah, you got, are they attached?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, nice.
That's a nice one.
Yeah, that's awesome, dude. Well, that is a bull snake. Really awesome. I wasn't really thinking about these guys today, but sure enough, we flipped one. All right, guys, so this bull snake we flipped is a really cool find. I was really hoping we get to see a few of these this trip because they are very similar and closely related to the pine snakes we have back home, which are some of my favorite snakes. These guys are obviously a lot more common, but they are really cool looking snakes and really fun to look for. It's always fun to flip them too. I mean, most of the bull snakes I've seen have been flipped, and wouldn't really even dream of trying to find pine snakes by flipping, so kind of interesting. But these guys are fairly common in any sandy regions in the Great Plains, so we might even see a couple more before the end of the trip. So we're gonna put him back under his board and probably try to head to one more spot. The day is kind of running out though. It's gonna be getting dark on us here in the next couple hours. So this guy is really chill in temperament. Normally these guys are a little bit wiry and they'll hiss at you and bite you. But actually they probably don't bite that much, do they? Mostly hissing, they will bite you.
They will if you let them.
I've never actually been bit by a pine. They just hiss and put on a show. So pretty cool though, either way. Nice bull snake here in Nebraska. We're gonna put him back under his board and head to our next spot. Sorry. All right, guys, just so you can see how big this bull snake is. I mean, obviously they get quite a bit bigger, but pretty average size, wouldn't you say? Mm-hmm. All right, we'll put him back under his board. All right, guys, we're en route to our next spot, and we just cruised an ornate box turtle. He's so tiny and round.
Car.
All right.
Game on.
Well, unfortunately, it doesn't look like this guy's gonna come out of his shell, but we're gonna move him out of the road because there's a car coming, and we'll see if we can get a better look at him. Look at those red eyes in there. That's a beautiful turtle. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like he's gonna come out any more than that, so we're gonna move him across the road and keep cruising, heading to our next spot. All right, guys, we're birding right now, currently en route to our next spot. We're probably not gonna get to till after dark, but tons of really cool roadside ditches here. We've seen a couple western painted turtles in them, but those are red-necked phalaropes.
Wilson's.
Oh, these are Wilson's phalaropes. Birdman Steven told us about that because none of us would have known. But they are really cool looking birds. This place is amazing, in case you guys haven't noticed. Is this paradise? I feel like this might be paradise. Look at that thing go.
Dude.
It's just getting more vibrant,
Whoa.
dude.
Dude, there are probably so many milks at the end of that.
Nebraska's going hard today.
Nebraska done hit the rainbow button, and the rainbow button slaps out here. Look at that bow.
All right, boys, what's your assessment of the day?
Nebraska is the heartland of America, and there are great milk snakes here. That's what I think.
Sure enough. Well, like those guys said, first time in Nebraska, awesome. Listen to that guy calling over there. He's right there. There's a meadowlark
I probably shouldn't do it.
chilling.
No.
Anyways, tomorrow we're heading up to South Dakota to try our luck in that area. So I will see you guys then.